Page 10, I love to tell the story. 4/4 time in the key of F major. All the B's are B flats. A team, okay. You have a pickup beat, comes in on beat 4. I'm going to talk about a few things here, starting with the right hand. Watch this fingering carefully. I'm not sure who goes through these books and edits them and produces them at, I don't know. But this is the first piece in this book that has been edited and marked up completely different than any of the previous pieces. It's like a different person must have edited this, because in the previous pieces I enjoyed those very much. I mean, I had to make very few changes, suggestions, or anything. This piece, we got to talk about this piece. Right hand, 4, 1 and 2. Watch this fingering, 3, 4. Now when I have to do these changing on these fingerings, on these repeated notes, you see the last two measures there, the first line on those F's, you have 3, 4. See? I prefer a lot of times to go ahead and do that finger change at the measure, because it goes along with the accent. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and it's here. And so I would play the fourth finger on the next one instead of that one. So the last two F's in that measure, I would play both of those third finger, and then fourth finger on the next one. To me, that goes along with the natural accent a little better. It's not wrong the way it is, it's just a different fingering style. I like to feel this stuff, and which fingers are used can help me feel it, is all. Going on, second line. You have an F sharp. At the end of the line, put your thumb on the F, the 8th note. Going on. Remember the B flats? Last line on page 10, second measure on the 8th notes, fourth finger on the G, come down. Ew. Now if you don't want to put a thumb on that black key, then you pretty much have to use the 5th finger on that G. Then you can do that, that's fine. Otherwise you're there, and the lift up. Second line for the chorus, watch this fingering. Last line on page 11, watch this here, and they want the fourth finger there. If you don't want to put a thumb on that, you're going to have to use 5th finger there. There. And that's fine, you can do that if you'd rather. Left hand, keep the left hand soft. It's just these chords. Don't have a lot to point out in the left hand, it's just mainly the chords. So put the hands together very carefully. Now at the beginning, these left hand chords are tied. You're holding those down for both measures. The rest in the left hand when you get a rest. For the chorus, you're starting out in the left hand with 5-2, and then for the next measure, you can do a 4-2 or 5-2. I prefer 5-2 again. And then watch the rhythm. So, Dynamic wise, it's to the melody. Sort of loud. You get over to the chorus, second line, toward the end of it, you're going to crescendo up to a loud. That's where you're headed. That's the climax of the whole piece. And then you come back down and slow down. Then you can repeat it. There's verses down there where you can play it 3 times or however many times for verses you want to sing it. When we do the play with me, I'm only going to repeat once, so we're just going to play it twice. I don't know what they're doing with this pedaling. The pedaling markings in the previous pieces were wonderful. I changed very little. And this thing is blech. So we got to fix this. If I pedal it the way they're showing, this is what's going to happen. Well, this is what it sounds like. If that sounds good to you, use it. Go with it. But I think it's very blurry. I like to clean that up. For me, the less pedal, the better. I am pedaling the first 2 beats in that first full measure. And then on that quarter note C, I'm lifting it up and I'm not pedaling any more of that line. The next one okay, and then lift up. And here I don't pedal the next measure. The last measure of the line I can pedal it on the half note. And then lift up before the 8th notes. 3rd line, first measure, I can pedal up until the A's. I lift up on beat 3 is what it is. Last line, you can pedal that first measure like they're showing, but I don't pedal the next measure. But I can pedal the last measure on the page, fine, and then at the top of page 11 I don't pedal the first measure. I can pedal the second measure for the half note only in the right hand. Pedal the last at the end of the lines like that, so that's fine. It's not really necessary. On the quarter note, that's fine. It's however you want to do it. Second line. Now here, it's a chorus, and this is a little fuller. We can use more overtones here. So I'm recommending go ahead and pedal this, but change it on the 2 beats, every 2 beats. When I play the G in the right hand, change the pedal. You're holding the left hand down, so. So for the last 2 lines on page 11, you can pedal it pretty much like they're showing because we want the additional overtones. This is the exciting part of the piece. But for the verse, let's keep that simple. So I'd like to play this together with you slowly. And we are going to repeat this, but I'm not going to retardando at the end because the metronome won't retardando for me. So I'm going to give us 3 counts, and let's play this together. I'm going to pedal it like I'm suggesting, but you can pedal it any way you want, I guess. 1, ready, go. And 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3.